Okay, now we are going to create the master detail relationships for the student. Like we've talked before, we are going to create one that's called a report card, okay? Because each student has only their own report card and it can't be assigned to any other student because that's their own report card, right? We've explained that before. So I'm going to launch back to my Trailhead, okay? So follow along, go back to my Trailhead. Let me close this so it's not confusing. Go back here and scroll down all the way to the bottom here and hit launch here. Now I'm going to create a new master detail lookup for the student object, okay? So now I'm going to click here and go to setup where we do objects and create a new object. All right, so let's create a new object called student report card. All right, so create a new custom object. Now we can flow a bit faster, as you should be familiar. Student report card. This will save, or we'll have the student report card details, okay? And I am going to leave that as it is. And the student report card name, I'm going to make it an auto number, so we don't have to keep naming what the student report card name will be. All right, so we're going to make an auto number so we don't have to keep typing the report card name every time we're going to create a new record. So the display format should be student report card, maybe like that, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1, or like that. So because we might have lots and lots of students, right? Number 1, I want to check everything, allow everything deployed, allow search. No, we don't need searching there. We can look it up from the student record. So I'm just going to hit save. All right, so student report card. So the plural will be just the same as the label. I'm going to save that. So we just created a new record, student report card. All right, now let's go to the fields and relationships. So now a student report card is a detail of a student, So now I am going to create a new field, which is a master detail relationship to the student object. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and do that. A new field called master detail relationship. I'm going to hit next. Related to what? Student, right? Because this is the report card of a student, so it's related to a student. And hit next. Field name a student. The student of whom the report card belongs to. Copy that, paste that. Child records can be reparented to another parent. No, because we can't assign a report card, my report card, to another student's report card. We can't, right? That's not allowed. So I'm not going to check that. I'm going to hit next. So who can see this? Everybody can see this for now. And it will be on the student report card layout. Next. And it will always also be on the student layout. Okay, we'll see together how it's gonna work. So save. So now on the student report card, we have a new master detail relationship going to the student object. So now if we want to create a new record for a student, say the student is me, Jimmy, I'm the student. So my report card will have a class, right, or a subject or a class. What do you want to call it? Math, English, history, physical education, and so on and so forth. So let's create a new field. So to contain that information. Okay, let's create a new one. So I'm going to make it a pick list. So we can choose by picking a list, okay, instead of typing it. So it's going to be consistent, and teachers, when they're entering the student report, they can just pick from a value instead of typing math, English, like that. So I'm going to hit next. It's going to be a pick list. Okay, follow along, please. So we are going to name this subject. Okay, not subject, let's name it class. Okay, what class is being taught? Is it a math class? Is it an English class? So let's name it class, right? So the values are English class, math, history, music, physical education or PE, and let's display values alphabetically. So it's going to be sorted by the alphabet there. And okay, we can put the class being taught, right? Same thing. So when we create a new report card item, we have to fill in the class. Otherwise, we can't have the class blank. It has to have a class. Either it's a report for English, for math, history, music, or PE, right? So I'm going to make this what? Required, all right? So I'm going to hit next, and next, and save. So we have the class, we have the student. Now we need the grade, right? What grade is this for again? What grade is this for, right? So I'm gonna make a new report or a new field. I was thinking about something else to make a report later on. Okay, so now we're going to create a new field. It's called grade again, and let's make it a pick list as well. Same thing. So please, you have to do this. Don't just watch me do this stuff. You do it right now, okay? Together. Let's do it together. It's called grade again. Grade. Same thing. 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? And the grade, the student, the grade of the student. Okay, let's just put that there and hit next. Now you will see how it's all going to come together. Everybody can see this. Okay, next, student report card layout, and save. So now the student report card have a student and the grade and the class. Okay, so let's go back here. If I go here and go to a student, so for example, I'm the teacher. I am Mr. J. So I'm going to fill in some report card for my students. Okay, I'm going to go to students. And I have 3 students for now. So I'm going to fill in the report card for Rebecca here. Okay, so I'm going to go to Rebecca. And I'm going to go to the related. We have now a student report card, right? Okay, so now I'm going to fill it in. I'm Mr. J. I'm going to fill in the report card for Rebecca. Okay, so now Rebecca is the student. For English, I'm going to give, oh no, we missed one. The grade of the student, which is grade 5, and we actually need one more. What is the score? Is Rebecca is getting an A, a B, a C, a D, or fail, an F. So let's go and create that field again. Where do we go? We forgot to add that, so where do we go? Here and setup. Okay, it's gonna pop up. Where do we go now? You tell me. Object manager. All right. Which object are we gonna add the new field? Think. Student report card. Oopsie. Student report card, and then hit there. Fields and relationships, and we want to make a new score, right? A new field, I'm sorry. So let's make it also a pick list, okay? A pick list, and it's just gonna be simple. Score. Okay, so we want to make the score pick list here, A, B, C, D, and F. A, B, C, D, F, right? Or if you want, you can add A plus, B plus, minus, Let's make it a little bit more interesting, right? So what? A plus, A minus, oops, B plus, B minus, C plus, C minus, and D and F. There's no D plus or D minus, I don't think. Okay, the score of the student. Okay, let's just copy that again. And this is also required. Okay, so everything is required. So we have to fill in what is the score. So next, and save. So now we just created a new score field. It's also a pick list. So let's go back to Rebecca here. Now we want to make a new report card for Rebecca. New. Now we have more information. Okay, the class is for English. Rebecca is in grade 5. What is the score? Oh, she's doing great for English. Okay, for the 5th grade English, she's going to have an A plus. Save and new. So meaning we want to make a new record or create a new record. For history, grade 5, Rebecca gets a B minus. She doesn't like history so much. So save and new. And for math, she kind of likes math as well. So, but she's not perfect yet. She got an A on math. Good job, Rebecca. So next is music. She doesn't like music that much, so grade 5 still. So she got a C actually. She doesn't like it at all. So save and new. So as you can see here, the auto number is doing its job. See, I don't have to type in the name of the report card. It's going to name it for me. You see there. So class PE, she likes PE. And grade 5, we're learning about basketball, and she loved basketball. She got an A plus as well. Save. So now Rebecca has this report card, right? And you can also change how it looks like. So let me give you a sneak preview on how you can modify that. It's not covered in the particular trail, but let's see. So okay, to change what we can see here, right? So this is pretty much useless for Mr. J, a bunch of SRC numbers. What is that, right? So that doesn't help Mr. J so much. So we want to see what scores Rebecca actually have for the current grade 5. So let's change that. This is called a page layout, right? The details and the related. This is a page layout. So this is not covered on the particular Trailhead, but we're just going to do it anyway so you can see how you can do that. So back here, my object manager, a student report card, but we're not going to change the student report card layout. It's on the student report, the student object, right? Because we're actually viewing Rebecca as a student. So student, I'm going to go here and modify the page layouts here, the student page layout. If I click here and I hit edit, so now if I go, don't freak out, okay? So you're gonna see how cool it is. So related list. Why do I go to the related list? Because this is a related, and this is a list. It's a related record list, right? So I'm going to change what can Mr. J see here. All right. So if I scroll down, student report card, I hit this gear icon. Okay, gear icon, hit that. And not just that, I want to know the grade, the class, and the score, which make more sense, right? I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to refresh Rebecca's record page here. Refresh. There. Better, right? Grade 5, class, what's the score? So now Mr. J can see each student, right? How are they doing? And that's how it works with master detail relationships. Okay, so next up is I'm going to do this together with you. What the actual example the Trailhead is giving you. But now you have a better understanding, right? Before we actually dig into the realtor buying and selling houses example, you know how it works with the school environment. Now we're going to do this on the next video, and I'm just going to stop it here, and I'll see you on the next video.